Hello everyone, my name is Dorian and welcome to Racecraft Episode 2. This is a series where I show you guys how I survive races, and I'm just jumping into all kinds of random series with a Smurf account. So this time we're with the Formula Renault at Okayama. I've never driven the Formula Renault before, and it's really a lot of fun. I'm quite surprised. I'm just going to start from the back. I'll try to survive the race. I'm going to tell you what I do as I do it, and what my mindset is, and how I read situations. And we're also going to stop and analyze certain scenarios that I think are worth mentioning. If you enjoy it, leave a like, and if you want to see more, then subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. So this is a zero contact car. I really can't touch anyone here. I'm starting dead last. Nice and easy. Alright, that's a couple of freebies. Now these guys are going too wide. That means I'm going to lift, because I'm not going to push it 3 wide, especially on cold tires. This isn't a very high soft. There's a couple fast drivers up ahead, but other than that, it's, let's say, a pretty mediocre split. So I'm not expecting, the world from these guys. I'm just taking it easy and see what happens. This guy's a little over the place, the Red Bull car. He keeps changing his line, and I'm really worried about that. So I'm just going to take it easy. I'm not going to push it too wide with him just yet. I'm going to sit back and study him, and we'll see what happens. Because chances are someone who's swerving left and right like that, chances are they'll get themselves into an accident. And well, I'm taking it super easy right now. Everybody's really braking hard into this corner. Oh, this guy. I'm waiting. I got 30 minutes of race ahead of me, so really isn't any rush, and I'm never going to catch up to the leaders. I'm not trying to win this race at all. I'm not trying to get a good result. I'm just trying to survive. And, that's the first thing, first you must finish. So there's a famous quote out there somewhere. I forgot. Yeah, to finish first you must finish. That's the one. So let's start with the finish part. And actually finish this race. This guy's a bit unstable. He's changing speed in the mid corner, and that's really scary. I'm gonna try to make a move early on, because I worry about following someone like that. Not that he's, a bad guy or anything. Jesus Christ. He just went into the inside. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, don't change your line in the mid corner. If I kept my line there and tried to hold the inside line with him, that would have been an accident. I'm sure he means best, but yeah, as you can see, he plowed into the back of someone there and took his wheel off, which is a shame. You just gotta be hyper aware. I'll see if I don't know, double overtake here. I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable. They're going. Car on your left. I had no choice. I had no choice. I had no choice. Alright, sometimes you just gotta commit, because they're going way too slow, and I just couldn't stop the car on a dime. I had another car behind me. In fact, let's analyze what I've done there. Right, so we're coming up to the braking zone, and this guy ahead of me, he braked really hard. It really stopped his car on a dime. I had to avert him. I had to go on the inside, or else I would have crashed into him. I didn't feel like I was braking too late there. Also, I was braking pretty hard. I usually brake right before the 50. I was braking well before the 50. Oh yeah. I was braking right around the 100. So yeah, he was braking very early, and I had to, I had to avoid him, but I knew I had this guy behind me. And he was planning, I think he was planning, because he was taking the inside line the whole straight. So he was planning to take advantage of the open door and potentially go for a move here. But, because I braked so late, I kind of blocked that line for him. And I think he did really well not to crash into me, because he was sort of planning on it. At this point, I had to commit. I had to, I couldn't, slow the car down. I had to stay close to the Red Bull car and floor it on the way out, or else this guy would have touched me. The Red Bull car behind me. There's a lot of Red Bull cars here. So yeah, it was just, good instincts, I guess. My plan was to just let them fight, but he braked way too early. Guy behind really did well. Really did well to brake early and to adapt himself to the situation. Look at him holding the inside line perfectly. That's what you want to do every time. You know, sometimes I analyze crashes, but this time I'm analyzing something that could very easily take 2, 3, 4 guys out of a race, but everybody did their part. One guy, you know, he messed up a little bit. He braked a bit too early. I guess he was concerned about going side by side. He wanted to let the front Red Bull car go. And I had to adapt to that, and this guy had to adapt to that. So well done to everyone for surviving it. Alright, so still following the Red Bull car here. Now that he doesn't have anyone in front of him, I'm going to try to get him on the draft, maybe into turn 1. And then I'll be in the clear. There you go, good exit.
Car on your left. Go there, hold your line.
Leaving as much space as I can, really, without totally messing up
Clear on the left.
the entry, which is fine. Now I can put my head down and chase the guys ahead of me and see what I can do from there. Alright, so I caught up to this guy. I'm gonna study him for a lap or half a lap. Or maybe if he makes a mistake big enough, I can just go for it. I wasn't planning on making him move, but, you know, he went wide. The door was wide open. I could have put the power down from the inside easily, so totally doable move. Now we got this gaggle ahead of me. They're gonna be fighting with each other, and I want to be cautious as I approach. I don't like catching up to people and then immediately going for the overtake. Even if it's a tough split, even if it's like a high soft split, I would still take my time a little bit, unless it's like the final lap or something, I'm just sending it. But in general, I would just try to study them for a little while before going for it. I'm not very good in the Formula Renault, I should point out. This isn't like the Formula 3. It has very different, not a lot of downforce, smaller tires from what I can gather. And, you know, overall less grip. It dances more, which is fun. It's great fun to drive. But it's not as planted, so the driving style is a little bit different, a little more hesitant. It rotates really well on power, but kind of understeer in the mid-corner, like on entry sometimes. I'm just being careful. I'm still learning the car. Ooh.
Car on your left.
Pushing it too wide. Nope. Backing out.
All clear, all clear.
I'm opting out of that one. It's very difficult to hold the inside line there. I know that from experience. I used to race the F3s a lot here, so it's not a good place to go side by side. Even though this guy seems pretty consistent, he's holding his line through the corners, and that's a good indication of for a driver. If he can keep his line, he's maintaining good minimal speed through the corners, then you know he's a little more trustworthy. Is what I'm feeling with him. So maybe going for it here is an option. It's a wider corner, more obvious that I'm gonna make a move here. I got a little bit of draft going. Try to outbrake him. He braked quite late. Now we're gonna have to go side by side. Let's see. Yep. Cleared me. Well done. Could have kept my foot planted there and rammed to the back of him, but that's not a great idea. I'm not gonna go for it here because I have a huge straight after this one. Just trying to plan ahead, make a nice safe move, even safer. Yeah, there's nothing he can do now. He's a sitting duck. That'll be a hell of a lot easier for the both of us. Brake late. It's a bit too late. Very easy to lock up the car here. Lock up the fronts. Alright, but we're good. We're alive. Now we got another driver ahead of us. He is in 7th place. So he's fighting for a good position. Might be reluctant to let it go. We'll see. We got time to study him. Nope, I can push it side by side here, but again, that's going to put us both in a very uncomfortable situation. Work on my exit here, and that might be my end. Not a good exit. I was a little too far into the curb. Again, trying to learn this car. It's not easy to drive. It's fun, though. I am enjoying it. Showing my nose. Nope. hoping that will push him into a mistake, but he held it. There's a difference between dive bombing and showing your nose. Sometimes when you show your nose, the driver ahead of you will just make a mistake on that account alone, and you won't have to dive into him. You won't have to dive for that inside line. So showing your nose is you know, it costs you almost nothing, but it's still very safe because you're in control. You're not going side by side yet. But now again, it's the easiest move you can make on this track. So back straight, brake late. This guy spun himself around. Keep the inside line. Don't lock up the car this time. There you go. And we're through. Now head down. We'll try to catch up to 6th place. Alright, we caught up to 6th. See what the pressure does to him. Again, even though we're catching up, we had time to see what he does. Now that I'm close, his behavior could change. He's thinking about the defensive line. And I'm gonna let him keep thinking about it. Just, you know, gently apply the pressure. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of pressure. I don't have to be, you know, scraping his rear end. He knows I'm here. He's worried about losing position. That's gonna make him, you know, yeah, English. All right. All right. So again, I'm very close. I can push it too wide into this corner, but opt out of it. Work on my exit. Grab that inside line. On power early.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
I'm clear on the left so I can go back on the draft. That helped me? I think so. Yeah, the draft is really strong here.
You got one on your left. Stay right. Clear on the left.
Locked up a little bit. Managed to keep my line almost. Sort of. So, somehow I managed to gain 14 positions up into 4th, but I don't really need the iRating on this account, and it's not really fair to be racing these guys anyways. So, I'm just gonna let them go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was educational and fun to watch. And yeah, I hope you'll want to see more of it. If you do, then subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.